Lando, I can see you're smiling because, of course, you're a Formula One world champion.
Thank you.
2 hours after the race. Is it still as exciting to hear that?
I think it's only going to get better, honestly. I think still because it still just takes a bit of time to acknowledge what we've all achieved. I've achieved my dream, that little boy's dream. Me as a 6-year-old, like seeing it on TV, thinking, "Wow, I want to do that," and now I'm here and achieving it. This is crazy. So I'll always have to start by saying a big thanks to my parents, my mum, my dad, my brother, my sisters, the people who have been there since day one. But boy, yeah, a hell of a journey. Many years with McLaren, ups, downs. But this year I managed to say thank you for all of it in one big go, with the constructors and with the drivers.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know when it's really going to sink in. I mean, if you want the truth, I just went to the toilet. It's the first time I've just been a little bit alone, nice and peaceful and quiet, and I was like, oh, I did it. So it is truly amazing to finally get to feel what it's like to feel on top of the world for a few moments, and also just to get to give back to everyone that's put so much into me. So starting with my parents, but also my engineers, my mechanics, everyone back in the factory. They work so hard to achieve this kind of thing. And today, instead of words of saying thank you, as much as I'll still say thank you in words, the action of a championship means so much more than that. And I thank them to the world.
Was there a moment at any point in that race until you crossed the line where you allowed yourself to think maybe, even when you started that final lap?
No, I couldn't let myself. I didn't want to let myself. 3 corners to go. 3 corners to go was the first time I allowed myself to think of it. I could have allowed myself, I think, to think of it way before, but it's just not worth it. I don't want to put myself through the pain of what if. I had a nice few easy laps at the end, like 3 laps. I stayed away from every curb, every bump that I could possibly find on the track, and just thought, okay, this is time to bring it home. But I went under the hotel bridge, and I was I don't get emotional. I even came around turn 12, and I just thought, I'm not even crying yet. This is great. I went under the tunnel, like 2 corners later. I thought, I wonder what my mum's thinking. I thought of my mum, and then I started to tear up a little bit, and then I came around the last corner, and that was the first moment, like everything just sinks. And I honestly, I wish I could just play it on a video or get everyone to feel the same thing, because it's just like everything just comes together in one go, and I see all the papaya, all the mechanics, all the guys and girls that work tirelessly to let me live and let me enjoy my life the way I have, and then cry a little bit as well, so I was so happy. But that moment of crossing the line, I'm tearing up a little bit. That's a moment I will never ever forget.
So when you then went to hug your mum and dad,
Yeah.
It must have been an incredible emotion. It must have leveled up in a big way.
Yeah, I mean, I think by then I ran out of tears because I did the whole in-lap, crying a bit. Took my helmet off. I think I ran out a little bit, and then when I hugged my mum, she was the first person I went to, was my mum and my dad. I wouldn't be here. It's quite simple. I wouldn't be here without them. I wouldn't have had the chance to live my dream, to live an incredible life that I have. I'm such a lucky person. I know I am. And I think that's also why I understand that. I understand what a lucky person I am to have been given that opportunity to get to enjoy my life since such a young age, karting, traveling the world, doing what I do. I get to now say thank you in the biggest way possible. And I also just get to give back. And it's so hard to do that when you're in my position, because you always feel like you're taking and everyone's behind you and you're the star. But I don't like that aspect of it. I only like the fact that I get to come in and see everyone so happy. That's the craziest feeling in the world, is knowing I can have such a big impact on everyone. And to see my mum crying and my dad, that just shows how much it means to them, how much it means to me, that I get to say thank you in that kind of way.
Did it feel like you thought it would? Because you've obviously dreamed of that moment, right, when you crossed the line and were hoping. Did it feel like you thought it would be when you were a kid growing up?
It's so hard to know what it's like. You see it on TV and you see the celebrations, you see the fireworks, you see the radio message, you hear the radio message, see the donuts. I didn't even know, like Will told me not to do donuts and I'm like, God, can I do donuts or not? I have to. This is one opportunity in my life to do donuts. I have to do it. I felt pretty bad because he told me not to, and I was like, it's not often I don't listen to Will. So I felt bad that I did it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what you just asked me, but yeah, it's an incredible feeling.
Does it feel even better because you've had to work so hard? You've had to dig so deep this year, haven't you?
I mean, look, everyone works hard for it. No one's going to get it easy. I don't think anyone expects it to be easy. I don't. I certainly don't. It's just it's so hard to know when your opportunity is. This is the thing. I mean, I'm against 19 other incredible drivers, and it could be any of your year. Even next year, it could be anyone's year. I think certainly this year has been a year of learning still. It's my 7th. Many people have a lot less, some people have a lot more, but I think you still learn in many different scenarios. Of course, this is my first one of really fighting for a championship, so many new things that I've learned, but I had a lot of struggles at the beginning and learned from them, and that made me a much stronger person in order to win the championship that we've done this season. And I kind of think I wouldn't have won the championship if I didn't go through those struggles at the beginning, but you never know. So look, you got to take everything in your stride, you got to acknowledge everything, you got to try and understand everything, and the championship is not who wins the most races, who has the most podiums. It's clearly about who can just be the most consistent, and clearly just who can get the most points over the course of a season, right? So, I just felt like I've gone out every weekend and I've tried my maximum, and I've tried to overcome certain obstacles. I've been able to perform. I've had my luck. I've had my unlucky moments. But that's just racing. And in the end of the day, I felt like I've really been able to focus a lot on myself. Mm-hmm. I try and ignore everyone else on the outside and utilize my team around me and just live in my little bubble. And I think that's also what makes me very happy now, is that for so long you're just in a bubble. You're really just trying to repeat, learn, repeat. And then all of a sudden it's just like pop. And you finally get to release some emotion.
Just taking you back to that moment in Zandvoort Day when you were sat on the dunes, did it really feel like it might be over at that point? And then what you did afterwards, you chipped away, and you chipped away, and you chipped away, and here you are.
I mean, I certainly thought my life was extremely difficult, and it was from that point onwards. Like I had to do a better job than I've ever done before. I had to start winning a lot of races. I had to consistently beat my teammate. I had to consistently beat everyone. And like at that point, no one was really gaining or losing a lot on anyone between us both. And 34 points, whatever it was, at that point, it felt like a lot. That's like, damn. At that point, I could barely beat him on one weekend. So I was a bit like, how am I going to just beat him all the time now? Which is what I had to do. But that is what I managed to do. I managed to change a lot of things. I managed to work a lot more than I've ever done before. Not because I wasn't working well before, but just had to go above and beyond in every area I could. Whether that was on the simulator, here at the track, with my engineers, spending time with them, understanding the difficulties, just going into more depth than ever before, trying to be more efficient, bringing in more people from around wherever it is to help me understand myself, help me understand how I can get more out of myself, how I can get more out of the people around me, how we can all work together better as a team. All of these little things, a lot of little things that no one else gets to see, no one even knows about, apart from me and my team. My team around me that pushes so much to achieve something like today. And it's not something I even need other people to know about or care about, but it's something that I know, like so much effort, so much time, so much work from my group went into how can we make Lando a better person, a better driver, how can we get him to win the championship from being 34 points behind, and all of that work paid off. And that's what made me so happy at that time, was like, damn, I'm actually doing it. I'm doing what I needed to do. Because one thing is just thinking it or believing it. The next thing is actually going out and doing it. And that was my job, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without the people around me.
And then you were able to deliver those mega weekends like Mexico. You were dominant. Brazil was awesome as well.
Yeah.
Did you start to believe in those moments that the work you were putting in was starting to pay off?
I really, and I mean it, like I just didn't think of it at all. I honestly only thought about it when you guys bring it up, when you talk about it, when you question me about it. Until then, I really, and I've meant it every time I said it, one weekend at a time. Treat every weekend as the same. Try and almost make it a boring process, but enjoy it as much as I can. Not get any more excited because, I'm closer, I'm one step closer. Just not try and do any of that. But again, I've had some great words and great text messages and conversations with some incredible people that have won world championships in different sports, Lewis and others that, like Seb, a lot of people know I speak to Seb about things. A lot of these people, Stoner, who, when I needed it most, kind of sent me that little text message and said, think of this, believe in yourself, do this, do that, and just help me along. And it's hard to know in a context of what a thought is as points. You know, what is having confidence in points? You don't really know. But when you win the championship by 2 points, I would certainly say having these moments of faith from others around me got me those 2 points. And therefore, that's why I got to thank everyone around me, because 2 points is also all you need.
Defeat Max Verstappen, your friend, an incredible champion. That must make this championship even more impressive for you.
Max and Oscar, I don't want you to forget about Oscar. Oscar's they both made my life hell this season. So much of what I've done is because they give me an arse whooping every now and then, and I gotta go and question myself after how did they beat me by so much here? How did they do this corner so much better than me? All these things. Everyone understands that from Max because he's achieved so much already. He's a 4-time world champion, and I honestly believe Max is one of the best you'll ever see in Formula One. He works hard. He's an incredible driver. He was, he's got everything you need in so many ways. And Oscar is still, let's say, the new kid on the block, but he drives like he's been in it for 20 years already. And he's also made my life very difficult. I think as teammates, we've made our lives difficult. That's allowed Max to catch up in the championship and then make both of our lives difficult. But I don't know how I'm meant to, say thanks to them or credit them or congratulate them. I don't know what really is the correct thing to do or say things. But it's a tricky situation because I want to go out and celebrate with Oscar, but it's difficult at the same time because he's your teammate, and I know he's going to be thinking of a lot of things right now, and I know at some point I'm going to be in his position in the future, and I'm going to be thinking the same things, and he's probably going to be sat here talking to you. So, it's very difficult to understand those kind of moments. But and that's just because that's the kind of person I am. I don't want to make him feel bad or rub it in anyone's face or whatever. It's a weird way to go about things. But I know we're probably going to turn up on Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning, and I do the AM test and he does the PM test. We'll be like, okay, the tyres are doing this. How can we make the car better for next year? And we're going to be working together again. And that's how it continues to be next year. And it will be even for this year. So I've enjoyed spending my time with them as well. Again, I don't know what the question you asked me, but and I talk forever, but I gotta give a respect and credit to both Oscar and Max. I mean, Max doesn't need it because he already has it, but Oscar I do because I think a lot of people already give him the respect he deserves and the credit he deserves. But I can't do an interview, I can't do anything without saying a congrats and a thanks and giving credit to them too.
I just want to take you back to that first day when you walked into MTC and you baby-faced little kid, and you were dreaming of achieving this kind of success with McLaren. How do you think you're going to feel when you walk back in there and potentially your car's going to be on that boulevard? Your World Championship trophy is going to be alongside great champions like Ayrton and Alan and Lewis. It must be an incredible thing for you to think about that.
It is. I mean, I got the opportunity to join McLaren. I mean, McLaren at the time I joined them was certainly not in the best position that McLaren have ever been, but it was a chance to join one of the most successful teams ever in Formula One, and be part of that journey of trying to bring them back to, and playing my small part in bringing them back to what we've done the last 2 years, win the constructors and have a chance at the drivers. That certainly makes what I feel like this story sweeter, more emotional, and just better all around. That it's not like I've come in and we've been mint from the beginning and life's great. We've gone through a lot of tough moments, and the fact I got to play a small part in that, be part of their journey, give something back to them. I get to put my name on the wall against some of the best people I've ever known in Formula One. Prost, Senna, Hakkinen, so many guys to be part of that Bruce McLaren story is beautiful. Lewis, of course, as well. So, yeah, I'm very honoured. I'm very proud that I got to just, again, be part of a McLaren story. It's what I've wanted since the beginning, is to be part of that McLaren story, create that story with McLaren, and that's what we've achieved today. So I'm very proud that we can close a chapter and go, job done for now.
And what about being one of only 35 people ever? Ever.
Is that what it is?
World
Championships?
champion. Yeah.
That's pretty nuts. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to say it again. I just know how lucky I am. The opportunity my parents have given me. The support from my friends. God, I'm getting tired. My family, everyone, to support me in this opportunity. And I hope I can write their names on it next to mine, because I really feel like there's just as much part of it as what I've been. But yeah, I mean, really not many people in the world get to say they get to just do their dream job, which is incredibly a fun one. Driving race cars, traveling the world, being with McLaren, just enjoying every minute, traveling the world. That's just lucky enough. The fact that I then get a car that's good enough to win races, a car that's good enough to give me a championship, this is just the most insane dream. So I don't know how words describe that kind of thing. I just know I'm lucky and I'm one of few, and I'll cherish that moment, but more importantly, I'll share it with as many people as I can.
If you could go back to talk to little Lando in go-karting and just ask him, we're almost there, I promise you, you're doing really well. If you go back to little Lando, what would you tell him, if anything, about what lay ahead of him?
Look, I mean, I think everything is so difficult. I wish I could go back and tell myself things, do better there, believe in yourself more. But life's too perfect otherwise. If that's the case, I think you've got to have wins, you've got to have losses, you've got to understand things for yourself, whatever role in your life you play. I'm almost happy I went through a lot of bad moments before and now some good moments. It depends, yeah. Everyone has their own motivations, their own dreams, whatever it may be. I would just say don't change. Do I wish I could look back on things and go, do this better, and don't say that to someone, and don't say anything controversial. But that's life. Not everyone's going to agree with me. Of course, I know I'm going to make mistakes. I've said some things I regret and all of that. But that's life. I try and make up on my mistakes. I try and make back for what I've said wrong about people at times. I have respect, and I think those people who are closest, or those people I've said those things to, probably know more than anyone that I really mean other things than in the best way, and I try and make up for those things, and I really try and be the best person I can be. I always try and say the nice things, and of course I don't always, but I just want to enjoy my life. I want everyone else to enjoy their life. I don't want to prove I'm way better than everyone. I want to try beat everyone, but those aren't things that make me smile. I just want to have a good time, enjoy my life, and be with my mates and let them enjoy their lives and spread that.